Hi there, students. Where do you keep your food? Well, I'm sure you keep it in the fridge, but what about the tins and jars and dry goods, things like flour and rice? Well, you keep them in the larder or in the pantry. Okay, so the larder or the pantry. This is a small room or a large cupboard, normally just off the kitchen, where you keep the food. Maybe you also keep in there the plates and the knives and forks and cups and things like that as well. Okay, so it's effectively the place where you keep your food. Notice the Brits tend to use the word larder, whereas the Americans tend to use the word pantry. Um, they also say that a larder is larger than a pantry, but I think nowadays it's the same thing. Yeah, it's this little room. It's full of cans and jars of things and packets of pasta and spices and all of the things you need to cook with. Yeah, they're a pair of useful words. You'll very often you'll see a delicatessen called, I don't know, Simon's Pantry or something like that. I've also seen it, yeah, Mary's Larder. Yeah, well, a good name for it. Okay, so now you know the name of this little room. As to formality, both of these words are a little bit old-fashioned, and because houses are small nowadays, and you probably don't have a larder. Only if you live in a terribly posh house would you have a larder or a pantry. So I'm going to give them 6 in formality, but that's the name of it, the larder or the pantry. As to origin, okay, the larder comes from medieval Latin lardarium, which actually comes from lardum in Latin, meaning bacon. So I think the lardarium is where you kept your bacon or where you kept your meat. And then pantry, this one comes from French, from the pon, bread, meaning bread. Okay, so you have the effectively in French, this was the paneterie. This is the place where the bread was kept. Comes from late Latin panarius, a bread seller, from panis in Latin, bread. Okay, so now you know the name of that little room, the pantry or the larder. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. The larder or the pantry.